Nothing the Democratic Party says makes sense anymore. They've been living a life of inversion and delusions for so many years now that everything that they say is literally the flip-flop from reality. We can start with the simple and obvious one is that they can't identify a woman. They just had lawyers in front of the Supreme Court arguing over LGBT and transgender rights. And the Justice Alito asked the LGBT lawyer right to his face, "What's the definition of a woman?" And the lawyer looked right at the judge and said, "We don't have one today, sir." The judge, you should have seen the look on his face. I wasn't there. I can't confirm it, but I'm sure it was something like this. What? Democrats refuse to live in the world of scientific reality. So how do you expect to believe that they live in the world of political reality? We'll use another example. The word fascism. The word fascism was originally coined by Mussolini and his close advisors. And Mussolini's definition of what fascism was is completely different than what modern left-wing politicians will tell you what fascism is, or the progressive academia. I'm not going to get into it right now, but it's literally completely polar opposites. And why do the Democrats change definitions so often? Because they're liars. And just like liars and cheaters, they'll change the definition whenever they need to gain the leverage that they need. So then the next question that you ask yourself is, why would a group of human beings do that? I mean, why would they go so far out of their way to flip-flop the reality on everything? And that leads me to the crux of this conversation. It's their narcissism. Well, it's been argued, you can't just take a description of a mental illness that an individual has and paint it across an entire political ideology. Oh yes, yes I can, and I will, and it's the reality. See, most of my life I looked at politics from the perspective of policy. Sometimes I looked at it from the point of, do I like the guy or not? Is he a dirtbag, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, policy mattered to me. That's why I was an independent voter. Most of my life I voted Democrat, but I vote Republican now. The reality here is that Democrats, on the whole, are narcissists. And what do you get from narcissists? You get lies, you get redefinitions, you get refusal to accept responsibilities for anything. And the worst and most hideous part about being a narcissistic person, in this case, political group, is that because you believe you're superior in every way, you're not responsible for anything. Because if you're superior in every way, you don't need to debate. You don't even need to follow rules. Because at the end of the day, it's about your agenda, and your moral high ground means more than any debate or any rules. And that's why the Democratic Party needs to be dismantled. We can't have a group of narcissists running government anymore. Just like we can't have a group of Islamic people trying to follow Sharia law, which, by the way, Sharia law is the ultimate in narcissism. Republicans may have their flaws, and democracy may have its weaknesses, but narcissism has no position in government. And I'll say one final thing. All authoritarian political ideologies known to mankind were all the same group of narcissists throughout history. And just like throughout history is proven already, free, non-narcissistic people are left with no choice but to defeat the narcissists that we have in our presence now. Unfortunately, the Democrats are trying to push us to a civil war. Let's hope it doesn't get that far. But if it does, That's just part of being human. We can't let the narcissist control us anymore. All right, thank you for watching. If you made it this far and you're like one of the very first subscribers I get, it'd be awesome if you subscribe. I'm in my beginning stages. I've got about 40,000 followers across my 2 Facebook pages, and I got about 1,200 followers on Instagram, and I just started this YouTube channel, so I appreciate any support. It will get better. I'm a little raggedy looking right now, but I just started making money on Facebook, about $1,500 a month now. So next month I'm building a studio, and we're going to be doing the social media stuff a little bit more professionally. All right. Thanks for watching.